Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining us this evening as we discuss the latest two episodes of The Boys. A lot's happened. We have a lot to talk about, and I'm not here by myself. I'm here with my co-host, the great Grand Slam Pooba. How's it
Boom.
going?
I told you how traffic is out here in NYC, but I'm here and I look forward to talking about season 5, episode, is it 5 of
I
The
believe
Boys?
so.
So
It's so
5
many
5.
different seasons and stuff we watch, and sometimes it's hard to keep these orders. I think Invincible is 4. Daredevil is season 2. Well, Daredevil Boarding is season 2, and this is season 5. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And we don't have that, and it's crazy too to believe that we don't have that many episodes. It's, I was looking at something. I think they said like 3 episodes left.
Oh wow, and it's over. This is the series finale. Like this is
Yes.
it. There's nothing after this. But on that note, before we get into the show, it was announced earlier. I want to say either earlier this week, or over the last weekend that Gen V will not be renewed for a season 3, right? And instead they're going to be going down like doing a prequel, which is what was it called, Vought or something that centers around Soldier Boy. I believe they announced that a while ago, but they recently just announced that Gen V is canceled. Thoughts?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Okay.
I didn't really get into the boy universe until Gen V, and I watched
Uh-huh.
both seasons, and I honestly hate that. I hate that that's what's going on, Mad Dog. I hate that they canceled this. I hate that they left this on a cliffhanger. I would
Mhm.
have loved it. And even in this season, there's no mention of like
Yeah,
and I think that's so weird. It's almost like it never happened, but it did because Starlight, she's a right, it's her name Starlight, correct?
yes,
She's a
Starlight.
main she's a main focus on this in the show.
Mhm.
She was on that show, recruited these young people, and nothing. So I
Nothing.
honestly hate it, and maybe the prequel is going to be great. I'm not going to sit here and crap on it and say it's going to suck. I just think it sucks that this show got canceled because there was a lot more legs on here, and I felt like it was just cut from them.
Yeah, I agree. It took me a little while to get into Gen V. You got into it before me, and you're like, "Oh, you gotta watch." So I did, and I ended up enjoying it. And to hear that it got canceled, and instead we're going to be doing like a prequel. I was just a little disappointed. I kind of wanted to see where they were going to go with Marie and like
Yeah,
everyone from the university. And yeah, as you mentioned, we still have yet to see them show up in The Boys, even though Starlight did go to recruit them. So that's odd. And I was thinking about it as I was watching this episode because this episode was crazy. This sixth, what was this, episode 5?
uh-huh.
Wild, right? And particularly, we focused a lot this episode on flashback or POVs from different characters, and we
Yeah.
get a lot of Soldier Boy this episode as well. So he's going to be centered pretty much in the prequel that's coming out. And I don't know if I like that because Soldier Boy's okay in small doses. I don't know if I could watch a show
Based
just
around.
based on, dick jokes and like him just being a little racist, a little bigoted, and like I don't know.
It's funny. Because I don't think he was in the last season, so this was kind of my introduction to him. I've heard about him.
No,
There's a show
he was in the last season, but not as much.
not
I
as
would say.
much. Okay. But I feel like this was like a big introduction, like almost like in your face. This is who this guy is.
Uh-huh.
And I remember my mom watched the show. So
Mhm.
I'm talking with her and my nephew, and we're talking about this guy, and like he's saying these things, like even like I guess because like I didn't hear him talk. So when I hear him say certain things, I said, "Whoa, can he say that?" Like this
Yeah.
guy, I was like, I don't think you could say that in these times. He was saying a lot of things. So I hear what you're saying about. Can I watch a show where all this guy is going to say this, and this, and this, and this, and this? But I gotta say, I find the guy very. I laugh because I sit here and say he
Okay.
seemed like that individual that you almost have to say, "Hey, you're on speaker."
Yeah, but just to have a whole show around
I feel
that,
you.
I'm like, I feel like they would become exhausted. I would at least.
I can.
But
Do you? Let me ask you this: you've watched all seasons of The Boys. Is
yeah.
there any character that you think they could have based a show around?
Okay. Any character that they could have based the show around that's like not in like our main cast of characters.
Sure, it's open. It's open. It's open to anything.
You know what? This may be I don't know if this will be everyone's pick, but I feel like I could do like a little mini series dark comedy about Ashley because I think
Oh wow.
Ashley's life is so interesting and like weird. The way she's like climbed the corporate ladder, like so oddly, the way she's has like this weird sexual kinks where she's like a BDSM woman. And it's like all these weird things about her now that she has Bashley too in the back of her head, which is
Ashley
her name is hilarious.
Lord.
Back Ashley. I would be here for a little mini series about her, just strictly like a dark comedy. I think it would be hilarious.
Okay. I okay. So for me, I don't have like this long history of like knowledge of these characters like you do, so bear with me. But you know who I think would be hilarious. So when you say miniseries, what are we saying? Like 5 episodes, maybe 5 to 4 episodes or
Just
something?
like out well, 8 episodes is many, honestly, for but I'm thinking like a limited series, not something that has like, back to back to back. It'll just be like a season one and
Mhm.
that's it.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so give me the pastor because I just
Not
think this
oh father. Oh my, I
Oh
can't stand
father,
oh
I
father.
can imagine. Oh father is ridiculous, and that's why I think he should have a spinoff. He
You know
is
what?
legitimately ridiculous. Go ahead, please.
I can kind of see him having like a weird kind of spinoff where it's almost like a
Like,
documentary or something.
I like that.
Him,
Almost
like
like a
doc-
documentary, but it's like a cult kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like
There's
looking
something
off into the camera.
there's something about him that makes me go, he could. I could see a show, and you'd be entertained by those
Yeah.
few episodes. So I would
Well,
go
you
with
know
him.
what? They are a couple. We could get a little Bashley, oh father, a little show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because in the other episode, right? Oh God, I
They're an
know
item.
they
Very.
are. Oh my God,
Um, but let's get into these episodes. Briefly
please.
to go over episode 4, we see that both Homelander and Soldier Boy, as well as the boys, are off looking for not Gen V,
V.
V1.
Yeah, one V.
Excuse me. Yeah.
V1.
And they get to this facility that used to house Soldier Boy and like all of the like original VOD experiments back in the day, and looking for what they're looking for.
Mhm.
And they started experiencing like this really like argumentative, evil like thing. They were bashing at each other's heads. And it was because of some mutant or some my words are escaping me, but this other being that used to be in the same team as Soldier
Soldier
Boy.
Boy. Mhm.
Yeah, and his power is to like pretty much make people like turn against each other and hate each other and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. We see that by the end of it, Soldier Boy trapped Homelander into like this weird,
Like
you know,
Chamber.
yeah, this chamber. But what's interesting, this is what I think is interesting. By the time we get to the newer episode, he's almost like completely flipped a coin where he trapped him in the chamber last episode. In this episode, he had the opportunity to off him, right?
Yes.
To kill him, and he didn't take it. And don't really know why. He did have like a passing comment about, oh, you may be a
He's
asexual
such a
weirdo, like a
weirdo,
spy
but
weirdo or something like that. And I'm like,
and then proceed to say no one F's with him. I F him. And I'm
yeah,
like, well,
only I F my
well,
son.
yeah, and I remember thinking like I said, thank God I have headphones on because I can see people now tapping me like, sir, get off the bus.
Right.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah, no. I hear what you're saying about that. I think he's at a talking about Soldier Boy, right? I think he's
Mhm.
like conflicted because right, he does not respect Homelander. Like from
No, he
anything
doesn't.
I've ever seen out of him, he don't respect him. But in this moment, he's like, I could end you. It's kind of funny to me because right, they're based off superheroes, so it's like I'm like, wow, Captain America is Superman's
Yeah.
father, right? So
Uh-huh.
that's I get out of it. But he's just like, except I don't think Steve could shoot.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't.
nuclear
Yeah,
blast.
I didn't. Is that new? He always do that?
He always had that. Even when the
Oh, okay,
first season he showed up, which I want to say is season 3, I could be wrong. He
sure.
used it against Maeve as they were falling. So it's something that he's always has, but not something that
Oh,
he uses like regularly. This is kind of like a last resort kind of thing that he
okay, okay, okay.
um, but yeah, I don't know. Him having like this weird turn where he suddenly, I'm cool with Homelander. And the way he threw freaking Firecracker under the bus, he told Homelander basically that, after they were smashing, she would, have doubts about Homelander's, being the lord of this
Right,
new
right.
church that they got going on. I'm like,
Oh,
why would he say that?
I think he did
Uh,
it on purpose.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, what's his plan here? Is it what's going on? And that ultimately leads to Firecracker's death at
Uh-huh.
the end of the episode, which was wild to me because we have the whole POV changes. We get to see her and her reverend when she was a child, and
Yeah.
her turning,
Against the
turning
church.
against them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think about that scene when she's having her news anchor moment and she's having to turn on her church and reverend and everything else.
At first I was wondering. So there's a spot where she's like, she stops because it seemed like she doesn't want to go with it, but she goes with it. And I was
Uh-huh.
curious. I was like, at first I was like, she's gonna go with it, right? Is she gonna go with it? And then she goes and says it. What did I think about it? She's not loyal to her
No.
community. That's what I thought about. I loved something that the Rev said. He said, like, Homelander, not knowing that Homelander has committed a lot of murder and he has a lot of skeletons in his closet, right? But he's a great American, but he's not no, healer.
Yeah.
He's not God. And for her to like, I don't even know what her power is. Is this?
Just
I
little
don't.
sparks like Jubilee. That's what she's like her.
Oh, so no wonder. Listen, I think she was in fear. So
Yeah.
that's probably she didn't want to. I mean, listen, I think everyone's in fear of Homelander. But yeah, no, I was like, she's not loyal. That's
But
all.
you know what? She did say in her speech, and I believed her, that she is the only one who actually really did kind of
Love.
love Homelander in a way. Like she was kind of always in awe of him. And so much so like that she turned against her beliefs, right? And
That's fair.
I felt bad. I felt bad for the Reverend. But then I thought about it like, hold on, Firecracker has always been like, a little heavily right leaning and like
Mhm.
very, anti-immigration, anti anything. And I'm like,
Oh wow.
is this where she learned it from? Baby, who cares what happens to that church? That's how I felt when I really started thinking
Fair
about it.
enough. No, that's fair enough. Okay, that's fair. That's because right, it starts at home. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it starts
yeah.
at home. But when we get to her death, this was so shocking to me because it seemed as if she was saying all the right things. She was groveling basically at his feet, talking about, I've always loved you. I just wanted to taste the shadow, be in the shadow of your light, and yada, yada,
Mhm.
yada. You are the Lord. And that seems to be what Homelander has always wanted. He wanted people to love him, to praise him. And why did he kill her?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like in the last season, so bear with me because my memory, right?
Mm.
It seemed like there was moments where he kind of was just over her. Like
Yeah.
there was a few times where like she would get next to him and he kind of had this disgust look. I don't know. I felt like because it's a good question. I feel like he got tired of playing with his food. And I think he just got tired of her. I don't know because right, like why would you get rid of one of your biggest followers?
Yeah. And she was working heavy behind the scenes, honestly, to get him. She pulled out the whole Homelander Bible at the
Mhm.
beginning of the episode. It's like, yeah, now
But
he's
was
really,
it? But they never. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but um, Soldier Boy, he just said they had pillow talk. So he obviously
yeah.
killed because of the pillow talk. He never revealed what was said, right? I mean, not on air, not toward us. Do you think he
Well,
told him?
yeah, she told him because Homelander, when he confronted her about it, he mentioned it. He said, "Oh, you're having doubts about me being the Lord or something like that." So
Mm.
he told
Oh, he
Homelander.
did.
It
Okay.
just didn't,
Right.
show us that he told. But anyway, it was a wild episode because
I
we
had to
have
watch that back.
Black Noir. We got his POV, and I like Black Noir. The more I learn about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Black Noir, he's just a guy just trying to live his life, play in his theater, act. And I thought it was funny, his whole like outlook on the deep. So, oh, this guy's just always trying to undermine me. And so when he finally like gets the better of him, I almost felt like a little pride for him. I was like, oh yeah, he's finally, putting his ideas out there. He's speaking, he's telling people what he thinks. And the deep shuts it down. He goes and, kills his little mentor in the bathroom.
I hated that.
Yeah, it's a lot of butt stuff in the show. It's always a butt thing.
So I will sit here and say this: the mentor, I loved him. He was so great. There was a line that he said, and I said, I'm going to utilize this. I know you like Jared Leto, or you was like, you don't understand the hate that he gets. But the spot where he said, he's a crybaby, yeah, like Jared Leto, he's a crybaby bitch or something like that. And I said, I don't know why, but I want to utilize that in the remainder of my life, because why would you say that?
Jared. Like, to be clear, I don't like Jared. I think he's an okay actor.
Fair.
But
the hate.
Yeah, this is yeah.
I was gonna say, I remember you saying like something about you like where does this hate stem from?
Yeah, because he seemed like an okay actor. He had some songs, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, they did. They made several digs at a bunch of different things, because it was Jared Leto, it was Paul Rudd. They made a dig at. It's freaking Sony and in the MCU, because we do have Marathon Man make an appearance, aka
Spider-Verse.
Who? Spider-Verse? What do you mean Spider-Verse?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the movie posters. There was like these movie posters, and there was one like.
Oh yeah. But
okay, I'm sorry.
The character's name is Marathon Man.
Oh, okay.
And he is one half of the Supernatural, the boys. It used to be
that guy. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So him being on the show is really big, along with Castile, who we see who's the guy who did like the small breath, who actually took out Homelander.
Wasn't that Harvey?
Harvey?
That wasn't Harvey Dent from Gotham Knights or whatever?
Yes.
That was him. Yeah, I got bumped. I said, is that fucking Harvey? I'm sorry, is that Harvey?
That is him.
I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't believe it. I said, that's Harvey.
It is. But yeah, they had a dig at Sony because he's off
as
doing
it should.
Everything.
No, I don't see.
Sony has the Spider-Verse movies, and they're awesome.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. What was that movie that you saw? He was the vampire.
Morbius.
It's Mobius time.
Yeah, it's Morbid time.
I gotta ask. I don't think I'll ever see that movie. He says that in the movie.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, I don't know why that was online. I just believed that he kept saying it.
Fun of it.
Okay, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we have a bunch of like cameo appearances from like Seth Rogen and a whole bunch of other people. Seth Rogen is also a executive producer of the show, along with Invincible. Yes, he's on both.
I love that for him. Good for him. Make his money.
Mm-hmm,
I love that. But there's a few people I thought because it was him, and there's a woman who voices I can't think of her name, but she was the female Vertramite in Invincible. And I don't know what role she plays in The Boys, but I saw her like she was in the cast. I don't know what season, but I just think it's cool that you have some people from Invincible and The Boys. It's
yes, a lot of crossover.
You're making that Amazon Prime money, and I love that.
Yeah, circling it all around. That's why I feel like, it's because of Supernatural that we're going to have that Vought Rising spinoff, because the director of this, I believe it's either the director or the showrunner, actually was the director showrunner of Supernatural back in the day. And so he brought back on his guys that he likes, and he's
cool.
want to do a spinoff with his guys that he likes. It's like, they're all friends and they all like help each other out, it would seem.
It's kind of what Adam Sandler does, so I like that. Like you have your boys and you just keep them going. So I love that for them. Cool.
But as far as Black Noir is concerned, what do you see his future being? Do you think like what is going to happen with Black Noir? Because clearly, go ahead.
I hope that he gets his comeuppance on the Deep. The Deep is, I really can't stand the Deep. Like what he did, and the mentor was hilarious. I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't mention when he said, "My asshole hurts so fucking much."
Oh yeah, that was his final words.
I think those are. I don't know if those are great last words to say, but like, yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. I thought he was. I thought he was great. But I do hope that he gets his comeuppance and he gets the deep. I don't know how the deep. I mean, man, I'm like, yo, this is really Aquaman who with confidence. Like, I really
Yeah.
don't like this
Uh-huh.
dude really. So I really like. I don't know what the end game there is. Like you said, Black Nora, and I think what I like about him too is like he's us, right? Like he did his 9 to 5, and he's
Uh-huh.
doing what makes him happy, and I love that for him. You know, he plays his character so well.
Uh-huh.
I like I said, I just hope that he gets his comeuppance. I
Yeah.
just don't know what I want him to get his comeuppance. I hope he and I hate to say this, but I hope he offs the deep.
The deep. I hope he finds a way to get out. I don't want him to die at the end of the season.
I,
I do think that it's cool that he's the only member of the seven who can actually have a life because he's one playing another superhero and he's completely covered. So he can go off and go to theater and be an actor and yada, yada, yada. But it leads us to the weirdest POV change of the show. We got the damn dog, Butcher's dog, going around who apparently has a massive boner for Homelander. I don't know what who wrote these crazy scenes.
it's the
Apparently, it's
cheeks.
also it's in the comics as well. But we get these weird, hallucination dreams of the dog, and he's dreaming of Homelander, and it's just so like a fever dream. And I couldn't believe what I was watching.
You know, I was telling you when we were off air. So when I was watching it, and at first I didn't know what was going on because, like you said, there was so many different point of views. You know, Firecracker, Nor, everybody, and then you see this, and I'm like, who's doing this? And then you see it's the dog, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the damn dog. Hey, thanks for being here. This episode was hella crazy. But I hope he takes out the deep first.
I
Oh, yeah,
agree.
I hope he takes out the deep. I love Black Noir too, but I need him to take out the deep first and stay out of trouble. Oh my God, Tara was doing a lot. Yeah, I do want him to take out the deep, but I want him to like just go off into the sunset and live his best actor
Wouldn't
life.
that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Like, not everyone needs to die. I think that
Yeah.
we could have some, and I agree with that. I think we could have something where he just lives a comfortable life. He maybe have a family. He gets
Hmm.
that Broadway deal. Something. I don't think everything has to be so freaking dark. So
Yeah.
I do think this. As you say that, I sit here and say I don't know how everything goes, but I do think he gets the happy ending. I do
I
think
hope so.
I
I'm pulling
think
for
he does.
him.
We're rooting for you, boy. We're rooting for you, my guy.
But speaking of a happy ending, we do get to
That
hear
was now that's just downright disgusting. See, that was nasty. This is a family show, damn it.
no, we do get to see, or it's finally revealed what Sister Sage's happy ending would be.
Ah,
We finally get to hear about what her stage 2 plan is. The whole reason why she's doing all of this because she's trying to convince Ashley to assist in this plan. Of course, Ashley is not too down with it, but Bashley is here for the shits. And essentially, she says her plan is to get the virus released and have the soups going against the humans, and the humans using the virus to get rid of the soups, leaving her as the sole survivor in her bunker to read all the books that she desires. Thoughts on her master plan?
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I don't know. Like, I listened to the plan, and I was like, that's fine.
What? I'm disappointed that that's the final plan. Like all of this just to do that, and it's almost like it's too predictable. It's like too because we already know she don't like people like that. She has to like dumb herself down in order to tolerate the people that she's around.
I mean, it's
And
relatable.
I don't know. I just wish that there was something else that wasn't like so predictable as far as her master plan and what her ultimate goal is.
But do you think that's an actual plan though? Like, I almost feel like it's a setup.
You think so?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Like you said, she dumbs down for her. She dumbs herself down for people. I think it's something way more high tier, and she's not telling us.
Yeah. If that's the case, let's hope that's the case because,
Mhm.
like EJ said, it was a little like underwhelming. It's like this is the master plan. You can do that now. Like no one told you you can fake your death. You're so smart. You can fake your death. Go live in a bunker right now. and nobody could bother you. Like, what's
Well,
the
man,
hold up?
I think she could, right? But I think
Uh-huh.
she just would love the idea of the human race just being wiped out at the same time.
Uh,
I think it's her kink where she's reading a book and everyone is just dying on the side because it sounds like she just don't like people.
yeah, I guess. But
But I hear what you're saying. I totally hear what you're saying. Like if you had the intellects, the high intellects that people could not understand, you would have had a grander master plan.
yeah, that wouldn't be it. That wouldn't be it for me. But I guess it's it for her.
That's
I guess.
fair.
And that is it for us. Thank you for being here. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe to our channels, Unpopular Review Entertainment and See the Superior. And we will be
Hold on.
back next week to talk about Daredevil
There we go.
and the boys. So
There we
join
go.
us then.
One
And see
more
you later.
episode of the Daredevil.
Yeah, one more. Wow.
I know
See
we're
ya.
running out of content.